Oh, well, it feels good to be home on a pad that doesn't feel like concrete. Let's get started then. So what we got? We got that new update coming soon too, so might as well get ready for it.
New tunes. New tunes. Difficulty, so level 17. Level 16.
We're just gonna warm up nice and easy. Find something fun to play. Or at least amusing to play. That'll work. Not my favorite, but that'll work. It's a warm up. I guess if you're cold, it's the first time you better warm up.
Next stage.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I already played Avalanche and Rise this week. That's close enough.
Level 16. Level 18.
I was gonna mess with that. Cat, cat, cat. Very cat. super exciting, but that chart is just excruciatingly dull. Let's try and hit up some of these other charts that I haven't fixed up.
Level 8, level 17. User custom series.
We're just gonna do mostly cleanup today. I hope. Probably should have gone the other way if I was gonna do shortcuts. First guys are seem bad. Let's find out. Because otherwise it's easy. In comparison. That's probably what happened last time too, based on that score.
Next stage.
Based on that last score, that's probably about what happened. That's fine. Do not miss the 180s. Not 180 today. Let's go look at it. Let's go over here and have a look.
Wow! You're awesome!
Just need to actually pay attention. Watch, the first attempt with pass will get it immediately. Knowing my luck. always the first attempt. After turning that on.
Absolutely perfect!
Sure.
Wow! New record! Next stage.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing this. I guess I could try for Yog, but that's a bunch of runs. Okay. I forgot that's
Hey,
name.
is this really your best?
I guess the 16th minute if we really want to be technical about it. Whoopsie. Well, the very rare 6-song warm-up credit. You won't see that very often.
Game over.
That's fine. Okay, yeah, well, let's just go for Yog just to do that, and then we'll branch out to arcade. Like, today is just a cleanup day, just to get myself back into things. Because between playing Rise and getting back to actual life, I have not played Phoenix since the showcase.
New series. Great song, Jackpot.
And I'm definitely feeling a little rusty at the moment, but you know what, that's fine. Getting some exercise is better than not getting any at all. Just want to play the game, that's all I ask. Oh my god, it's so late. So we fixed the rhythm in arcade, but not here. Good consistency. That's a lot harder than I remember. Shit. I'm gonna have to just go in. Okay, we're just gonna have to go in. Because it's been a while since we played this turret.
Excellent. Next stage.
First things first. That offset is getting set way over. Because holy crap, that thing is off. Now at least it'll be relatively on sync. Takes a little effort, but it's not that hard.
Absolutely perfect! Next stage.
Fix it. Like, for the record, I don't mind how this is like cut as a shortcut. It hits all like the important parts. But man, I wish the sync job was better. Especially when you make changes between arcade and shortcut that aren't consistent with each other. So now I'm fighting the urge to have like the correct fixed rhythm because it's fixed in arcade, but it's not fixed in this chart, even though it's written by the same person. I really hope we don't do that again, because we get weird ass crap like this. That's like 2. I might try for a little bit more, but that's like 2. 3. 3 is good.
Absolutely
That's good.
perfect!
I didn't even see it good.
Wow! New record!
That would make sense. Nice improvement, by the way. A whole 5 points.
Next stage.
I think we'll leave that one alone for now.
Shortcut. Will be K-pop. Original.
Yeah, we have so many game originals now. We have so many originals. Kiss 2, please. There's just 2 charts in here I need to fix. Plus co-op. Let's start with this one. Huh?
What happened to co-op when you put it?
I mean, it's kind of tricky sometimes. We kind of screw up. It happens.
I guess it was the guidance.
I guess.
Now is a danger zone. Phoenix. Danger zone.
that. Need to be more aggressive on the ending. Power supply. Many power supplies in this series. Hi, Cedric.
Next stage.
I feel like Roberto tried to go on a gambling trip. Double or nothing? Double or nothing? Let's go nothing. How you doing, sir? Yeah, I physically do not feel good playing, but that's probably because I haven't played in a week. And it's nice to at least be on a pad that isn't concrete, but man, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it right now. It's just why we're not doing anything hard today. Like, I think the highest I'll go today is probably 23s. And that's like the absolute limit today. I'm just not feeling it, but I need the exercise.
Now is a danger zone. Phoenix. Danger zone.
Whoopsie.
Hey,
Whoopsie.
is this really your best?
I hope life gets a little better for you, but I'm glad you enjoyed it, so I'm happy. That's really the main goal of that showcase, because
Game over.
there were so many things I wanted to scream about internally during that showcase, and I really did feel like I was going to die like halfway through. But you know what? We had a fun time. Fun enough time. Other people had fun. You take what you can get sometimes. Like, I've done pump showcases on streams of all kinds for about 5 years now, and physically executing, that's definitely my weakest showcase. That being said, like I said, everyone had a good time.
New tunes. Difficulty zone, series zone. First to
Oh yeah,
zero.
I was dying.
Yes,
I was really feeling it. Like, playing my practice sets at home, how I felt before the end of singles was how I normally would feel at the end of the entire set past 1948. No, it was one provided by a vendor, and it's not vendor's fault. For whatever reason, the construction on that cabinet is very cursed. We did whatever we could to try and fix it up, like get it not to feel like concrete, but something about that construction was fucked. Like, not vendor fault. Something about like a first gen CX is really off. We got it as good as we could get, considering we spent about 15 hours between Wednesday and Thursday trying to get it in a playable spot. And then at that point, it was just like, I just have to roll with what I've got. It was really bad Wednesday, because the end of Wednesday, I'm like, what is wrong with this thing? We can't get this thing in a playable spot at all. And I was honestly concerned that I was going to have to tell production, like, I can't use this machine. I have to cancel the showcase. I was like really concerned. Thankfully, big shout outs to both Mr. Game and Shout and Hockey Babbler for taking us to Hobby Lobby last minute on Thursday and getting us at least a few things that would help. Like, that machine was not in great condition, but thanks to the stuff we picked up, it was at least in somewhat showable condition. So big shout outs to them for driving us all the way out there in the middle of the event. Thank you. I'm glad. Like, I'm still mostly glad about the blindfolded stuff. Like, Kimchi Fingers went perfectly well. Hypercube, I apparently only failed on the very last hole, which is always a fucking gamble with that chart. And then I did get a little lost in Selfishness, but we closed it out okay. And people had a good time watching it, and that's fine. I take what I can get here.
Now is a danger zone. Phoenix.
And this is okay. If you want something like live action, something to like be like, hey, here's the first in-person dance game at a GDQ, I can always point to that one. And if I want something that we like, I'm more proud of, I can always point back to any of my previous showcases, like the DRDQ showcase. It took me a long time to memorize. Now, thankfully,
Absolutely perfect!
we'll talk about that in a second.
Wow! New record!
Thank you. Now, thankfully, Kimchi Fingers I actually had done in the past, about 3 years ago, because it was, I think, I can't remember if that one was being used for a community challenge or not, but I do have a video still of doing it, so I definitely had learned it at some point. So it only took me like a couple days to get it back under memory. Like, I had to kind of relearn it from scratch, but once I had relearned it, it was pretty much back under. But Hypercube and Selfishness were brand new projects for me. And those took a lot longer to memorize than I was expecting. Because originally for Blindfold, I was going to play 5 Blindfold songs. But then, like, as I'm like running out of time and just barely getting through Selfishness, I'm like, I don't have time or mental capacity to do 2 more songs. And thankfully, GDQ Games Committee was okay with shortening it to 3 for Blindfold. Like, they were just like, yeah, just take care of yourself. Just don't chew more than you can. Don't bite off more than you can chew. So they were very understanding about that. And I think in the end that was still the right call, and everybody had a good time with that. So yeah, the blindfold part, I will probably never do that for another marathon again because of how stressful it is and how difficult it was. But I'm glad that part was well received. And if you looked at the photo album, there are some cool shots. Yeah, like performing under pressure is one thing. Performing when you are completely blind is a whole nother beast, especially when you've been like completely stressed out by everything leading up to it. And you're like actually tired before then too. Like the interesting thing about playing blind, like actually blind instead of just playing NS, like yeah, NS, I still can see my judgments, I can see where I physically am on the pad relatively. Take all that away with a blindfold and it's actually quite difficult to keep track. Like physically, I have to be very careful of where I am on the pad and I have to use my feet more. It's just one of those things that you don't consciously think about until you take it away. It's like, oh God, where am I? is the last chart outside of co-op that I need to fix up. So let's do it.
Love is a danger zone. Phoenix. Danger zone.
Nice. I completely forgot those gimmicks are still there in this chart.
Hey, why don't you just get up and dance, Dan?
I'm not in Kansas anymore. I'm not in Kansas ever, thankfully.
Game over.
Don't get me wrong, I love some people in Kansas, but I would probably not go there willingly.
New tunes.
I can't even remember the last time I was in Kansas. Like, actually in Kansas.
Yes, it too.
I legitimately do not remember. Let's play a bit more attention here.
Love is a danger zone. Phoenix. Danger zone.
Just need to go. Yeah, I understand. 100% understand.
Absolutely perfect.
Because, like, seeing everybody that came in from out of country for EDQ, I told pretty much all of them. It's like, I don't know when I'm going to see you next because of everything here. Please take care of yourself. Please get home safe.
Next stage.
Which just really sucks, like, feelings-wise. I have to say that. Like, it's one thing to miss your friends. It's another to not know how long it's going to be until you see them again because your fucking government is a nitwit. Well, like I said during the showcase, at the very end, we're gonna do what we can. We're gonna stomp out fascism, or die trying. I'm gonna do whatever I can from here. Like, that's all I'm gonna say on that. I'm gonna do what I can. Like, I can only do so much to avoid jeopardizing my own living situation, but I will do what I can. Yep. Big shoutouts to Anarchy for really leading the charge. She's great. And, like, political messages aside, you should really go watch the Wolfenstein 2 run. It's a legitimately great run with so much funny shit. Like, the run's cool, the banter's great. Especially the very end. Because, hey, it's Wolfenstein. Of course there needs to be like a gore warning, but if you didn't see the very end of that, it was displayed in the most comical way and timing possible. without spoiling. I laughed my ass off so hard. And so did pretty much everyone else. Yeah, it was great. So, big shout out to Anarchy. Okay.
Now is a danger zone. Phoenix. Danger zone.
My fault.
Is
Cut
this
that a little
really
short.
your best?
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about Death Stranding 2, mostly very positive, so I'm glad people have been enjoying it. Like, people have been sinking their teeth into that, into Expedition 33, Pirate Yakuza. I saw Pirate Yakuza for the first time during Out of Bounds Toronto. Oh my god, that game is fucking great. That game is like the perfect blend of being serious and silly, and mostly on the silly side. Like, shoutouts to Abby for running that. Because I was doing clip taking for that event, so I'm just watching, and I'm like, the entire time, like, what the fuck is this game? Why is this so amazing? It's so hilarious. The animations are even more hilariously more over the top than they are in previous Yakuza games. And even having an Indiana Jones moment at one point. Oh, yeah, that game's great. It's been a good year as far as, like, the quality of some games. I can't speak for everything because the games industry as a whole is kind of crap right now.
Now is a danger zone.
But there are definitely some very good gems. second jacks were very sloppy, but we got through it. Good enough. Oh,
Absolutely
good
perfect!
relief.
Wow! New record!
Good. I love games that do that and don't take themselves too seriously.
Next stage.
I love when games can just make fun of the state of everything, or just their own game a little bit to an extent. Like, I can think of, like, the market in Secret of Evermore. It's like you've got the guy that's like, don't you see, we're a random character in a video game. And everyone else is like, what are you talking about? It's like, stuff like that is just, gives you just the right amount of mood. Or when you can have old developers talking about their old games. Blade 2, and I think AGDQ 2023 was perfect for this. They had who? Tom Forsyth, I think, on commentary? Like the main developer director. And most of his commentary was just the ranting about the publisher. It's like, look what the publisher do and made me ship this shitty unfinished game. Something along those lines. It was great. The run itself was really funny and great, but just the commentary really put it over the top. Even 20 plus years ago, to hear developers just be like, fuck the industry. That's definitely one of the highlight runs of that marathon. That was a good one. And I watched that live too, and it was like... Alright, anyways, Leon's is done, aside from co-op, so... I don't know what else I want to do.
Fiesta Fiesta
What are
Phoenix.
we doing here? Okay, look at what else I need to fix. No. No. No.
Are you ready?
I am very lazy. We're gonna fix this. Yeah, this all comes out at the end. I love that. Let's play through first. Okay, keep that all on the right foot at the very end. be that bad to do.
Next stage.
Yeah, we'll see how long I go today. I'm not sure how long I want to go today, to be honest. I do work another couple nights. Almost ended up taking Sunday overtime, and then somebody else ended up taking it, so I was like, okay, that's fine. But yeah, as I was talking about earlier, just kind of getting back into the balance of being like, oh yeah, life and work, I gotta go back to that. So that's a big reason why I didn't want to play. Especially since, like, the moment I got home, I didn't get home from Minneapolis until like 4 a.m. Monday. Like, our flight was so ridiculously delayed due to just weather and other things. So by the time I'd like gotten home, I had 15 hours to finish doing the playtest build and write a review. Hordian! Welcome, sir. Hope you've been well. No, thankfully the Angry Water is not around Dallas. It was Central Texas. It really was unfortunate to hear about all that, though, and I really hope they could help everyone they could, because it was bad. But thankfully Dallas was not affected. Other parts of Texas were just getting slapped on, though. Like, Central Texas was getting the floods. I know one person who was flying back to Central Texas from GDQ was rerouted to Houston, and then he got stuck there because of weather. So that was, I don't know, like, everybody just got really screwed trying to go home from GDQ on Sunday. Like, it was just like a weird recurring theme. Damn it. Got a grade right before then. 2 grades. Okay. We can clean it up.
Perfect! Wow! New record!
Let's go for this one. Alright, knock it out. We've got a plan. Yeah, I know, another one. Yet another one. Now, you're gonna get a lot of those when you play in this range. At least at this point in the game for me.
New tunes.
I don't have to do anything, it's here. It's right here. See, I have such mixed feelings about the song because I don't care for the song, but the video's cool and the charts are fun. Like, that's how I feel about a lot of the hardcore Tennessee stuff. Like, I don't care about a lot of the licenses they picked, but I still enjoy playing them for the most part. Oh, ouch. Well, I hope your body feels better. 2 weeks sucks. I'm just lucky, like, health-wise, we didn't get COVID. Like, we tested for several days after we came back and still been okay, but a lot of people unfortunately got hit with it. So they've all been isolating, so really hope everybody makes a speedy recovery, but also please take care of yourself. Especially in, like, if you're going to a big-ass nerd convention. Yeah, it's very not. Like, I've only gotten it once. But that was the worst I had felt in probably, like, ever since I broke my arm in middle school. Like, physically, that felt awful. Beyond awful. So I don't wish that on anybody. Mostly. I say mostly because there are things I can't say on stream. Hey, Horton, that makes you a winner.
Hey, is this
Make sure
really
you
your
hold that.
best?
Wow. You know, if I talk to my pump friends in Brazil anytime soon, I'm going to ask if that's really that true. I'm sure it is, but I want to hear their reactions to me saying it. I saw that great.
Hey, is this really your best?
Big shout outs to the Brazilian punk community. They're amazing as a whole. They're fucking amazing. They have done so much to try and stay in the game ever since the freaking Prime fiasco.
Hey, is this really your best?
I guess I just really need to hit more cleanly. Or we can just do it the other way. Let's just do it that way.
really your best?
Yeah, I know. They're sassy. Let me go take a look at what the hell I'm doing. This is why I keep local recordings on hand, so I can have a look at all this. And see what the hell I'm doing wrong. Oh, it's probably bad. It's probably bad. Yes. Oh. That's my fault. Damn it.
Hey, is this really
That
your
is not an
best?
8th note. That is a 16th note. Brain, brain, brain. We'll try this for a little bit longer. I'll try at least one more credit of this.
Game over.
Yeah, no broken bones is a good thing. So, like I said, the arm was the only thing that happened. It was so silly, too, because it's just like, it was middle school football practice. And, you know, like, teens like to prank each other. And I literally got, like, pushed over someone else as a prank, but managed to land on my elbow and broke. Yeah. It's like, that's like the stupidest way to have a broken bone, looking back at it. And that's over 20 years ago, so it's like, yeah, whatever. Oh, it sucked. It sucked. So, for obvious reasons, couldn't play football anymore for that season. Not being able, thankfully, I'm right-handed, and it was the left that was broken, so I could at least do things with my right hand, like write and such. And it was funny because I had my GBASP on me a lot of the time, so I would play like one-handed Advanced Wars if I needed to pass the time. I got pretty good at playing one-handed with that thing.
I got beaten on the right hand.
Ugh,
I could still write, but that was kind of
couldn't do. It looked like crap, basically.
I can write with the left, it looked more
Yeah.
like crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, thankful that's the only time I've broken a bone. For the most part, I've mostly stayed healthy. I'm fortunate in that regard. I hope it stays that way. Ha!
New series. Difficulty zone single. I want new series.
Hey, you know I might pull a Peaches and just start to play one-handed everything. Like, Peaches has played, like, Super Mario 64 and Blast Corps one-handed. Like, I think, this was old. I think AGDQ 2014? He did, like, 16-star one-handed? Something like that, like, which was, like, absolutely amazing, especially for its time. Being well over a decade ago. Bless her. I was so happy to see Peaches. I didn't know he was going to be at the marathon. It was so good to see him.
Did I miss you?
No, we walked into him.
Oh,
We walked into him. And he was there for the showcase, too. You can see him in the photos. Dutski. Hi, ma'am. Hope you're well. Pepperboy, go play. Go play for me, please. I need y'all to play for me because, like, I ain't feeling good since Friday. Well, welcome in. I'm glad you can make it. I'm glad we could at least do a little something today. Half double, half water.
Really your best?
Come on. This part's actually really annoying for me. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a bad there. I need to be careful.
Is this really your best?
I think I'm just gonna have to just crank the speed up and use one foot for those. And I'm just gonna have to just be very careful with my placement, which is something I'm not really good with. So let's use this as a wake-up call.
Really your best?
Yeah, more OJ. We have OJ quite a bit, but we just are slow in drinking it. Yeah, I'm good with bananas, but I don't eat a whole lot of other fruits that often. Like, I like grapes, cantaloupe, apple, but I just don't eat them that often.
Really your best?
We're just gonna stick with that strat, with just what I've been doing. But I think this is gonna be the last on this, and then we're gonna move to, like, say, Solve My Hurt. I know I've got one very happy cat that wants to listen to it. I'm definitely getting a bad there because I'm overtriggering.
Hey, is this really your best?
We'll get back to this at some point. Let's move on. Let's move on to Solve My Hurt.
Game over.
Also, why would you do that, no bar of all things, since why would you do that to yourself? Wasn't that the one you showed me a video of? Also, I can't believe we're getting another Doan song already. We've had a lot of Doan in this game after not having Doan at the beginning. okay with that. We love Doan. And it's really interesting because like you can hear his style change over the years and yet still retain it's his style. I gotta shout out Gab for that really great comment. It's like Doan's such a one-trick pony. Doesn't know how to make anything but absolute bangers. And I really wanted to pull up the they had us in the first half, not gonna lie gif. Because that one really took me aback. That was such a good one. Alright. I'm going to attempt to run. But the ending of this is quite fast at 2:34. Well, let's play it out. That's right. Yeah, we can do it. I just have to go. Just have to go for it.
Unbelievable! You are the best! Next stage.
Like, I know people say this is like really easy for its difficulty, but it's also just fun to play. Like, don't get me wrong, I loved having Windforce having generally very consistent quality charts when he worked with a lot of Doan songs. But sometimes it's better to just have somebody else take the helm and do something that probably ends up feeling a little bit more appropriate. And I feel Solve My Hurt does that fine. Like, I can see people's complaints on C, but Nade Nade and Solve My Hurt I think are perfect for what they are. Oh yeah. See, with Ursatite, the new Doan song in Rise, I'm just like, oh, this is removable disco V2 with vocals. I'm down with that.
I like the direction where Doan is going.
Yeah, I really appreciate Doan's style evolution. He knows what he wants to do, and he does a great job at it, and that's why he's really one of the greatest artists this game has seen over the years for over a decade and a half now. And even though he's not exactly happy with his earlier songs, they were still building blocks for a lot of the stuff we have now. C was Dolky. I don't have a problem with the charts for C for the most part. Like, a couple of them I wish they were less backloaded on difficulty because the rest is really easy. But in terms of like execution, it's fine. It isn't super special, but it's fine, the direction that was taken. And it's kind of ironic because Windforce's UCS that he made for it, I thought was like way over excessive. Most people do. He does a fine job as a whole, and I think he gets more flack than he deserves. There's some things you can criticize, but as a whole, he doesn't deserve the flack that he gets. Anyways. Fast enough, we just have to just do it. Now, to be fair, you're actually not wrong, Censure.
You're awesome!
The hardest patterns are at the very end, so it technically is backloaded.
Next stage.
Just not to the extent that most other stuff is. Yeah, it's easy to fail in those, because if you drop any of them, you're dead instantly, basically. Like, there's such a high tick count, and it's very scary. You can mash your way through the run as long as you don't miss hold, so it's not too hard to pass, but like I said, if you miss a hold, you're pretty dead. Good start. Good start. I forgot to turn pass on. We'll do that in a second. Good stopping point.
Why don't you just get up and dance, man?
At least it's not Superman. Yeah. Thing is, I find Superman fun. I don't think it's good, but I think it's fun. But the moment you put in like a hit or die situation, it becomes a lot less fun. Let's grind this for a bit. See if we can clean this up a bit. Here. It's really weird how they separated these by ID, because Solve My Hurt and Chaos Again are just like in the middle of hardcore Ton of C originals, which I have to wonder how they decided on that. Well, yeah. That's not gonna matter. The goal is a PG anyways, so might as well. Phoenix. We can get there. We can get there. 4's good.
Absolutely perfect! Wow! New record!
It's surprisingly very tight to get a 999. Wow. I would have actually thought there would have been more notes. Yeah, so I just need to be a little less hesitant because I'm a little hesitant getting in and out of those holes.
Next stage.
But I think I've got an idea of what I want to do, so it should be okay. So we'll chip at this for a little more. Like I said, I love this song. It's a good song. Definitely very memorable with its background. This perfectly describes how I felt time-wise with GDQ. We were all the time going, I don't know, I'm just in this fever dream of like panicking. Next thing I know, I'm on the floor and the event is over. I definitely felt like I needed to be on the floor after staying up for finale. Like, it had been the first time I'd stayed up for a finale in a long time. There was definitely excitement, but I was definitely tired out. Thank you. Like, I've talked about it here and there. I'm not 100% happy with how the circumstances, but we did what we could. We had a fun time. People aren't gonna like it, and that's fine. But most people did like it, and that's the goal. That's the goal. Is to just have some fun. Well, now we're going in it. So let's see if we can close this out. We'll play it out. Really is.
Unbelievable! You're the best! Next stage.
I think if the people who were drawing comparisons from the last time Pump was in, those were probably the most disappointed people. But the showcase isn't for them. Like, really, the showcase is for, like, new people coming in. Like, if you did watch the one in 2020, that's great, but it's 5 years later, and there's a whole new audience these days. I want to play for them. Like, I've had this habit of submitting games that haven't been in marathons for years. Like, all of them are like that. Pump, both Dooms, Ernest Evans. Like, I'll submit stuff that's like hasn't been done in like 4 to 5 years. And it's like, things change. New people come in. Categories change as well. Like, when I did Watch Me Die Speed for Doom 64 last year, that category had not been done in 10 years. And it was on a completely different version of the game, too. Because the Night Dive port didn't exist back then. Yeah, NT win. I'm trying. I'm trying. It's a hard sell.
It's a question to GDQ.
Yeah. I'm trying.
Maybe
They know I'm capable. They absolutely know I'm capable.
we should have poked some people about it.
Yep. You know, I know some of the other Team BN members were there, but I didn't get to say hi. But I should have like grabbed all of them, and we should have gone to game 2 and we were like, BN win, BN win. Because let's mark off who I know was there. Ice was there because we went to Fogo together, so they were there. I know Nico Hart was there. Dracodan was there. There were definitely others. Hey, Eli. That wouldn't be a bad idea, would be to submit like purely a co-op showcase. The hard part is getting people for that, and it's also going to be years until Pump gets back in again. They don't like to do rhythm game repeats very often. I think this might actually be the first time. No, I take that back. I kind of take that back
Is this really
because we
your
did have
bag?
4 Step Mania games in a row, and the first 3 were all just Step Mania stuff, even though they were different builds of Step Mania. So it could happen. I will say though, with me getting older, it's probably not going to be me who would submit that. Like, I love this game to death, but by the time it's old enough time has passed to actually put in another one of these showcases, I'm probably going to be too old to like want to play, or too old to be able to play at a good level for what I'd want for that. And especially if we're getting another machine, we need to bring someone's machine, and my machine is too far from GDQ to do safely. Like, I didn't want to bring this all the way up to Minneapolis because that's a 16-hour drive, and I don't feel comfortable hauling that all the way there. Now, some people are still playing good as they approach 40 or are in their 40s, but I am not as in shape as those people, so I'm just trying to take it easy. Like, this is my hobby. I love playing this game. This is my hobby. I'll play it as long as I can, but at some point, I do have to stop. And so I'm enjoying the ride while I can. It takes me where it takes me. run. Damn it.
Unbelievable! You are the
Friend. I got the run just fine. Now, I'm in a better situation than most people as far as like playability goes, because I have many of the old mixes. like my Infinity unfortunately died, and I don't have a legit Pro 2. Like all I have is that like friend's dev build that they gave me, and it's like that don't count. Like that thing is old. So aside from like Pro 2 and Infinity, since I need to get a new Infinity copy from Greg, like we have every game from XT2 up. So I've at least got options as far as not getting bored, because if I really want to, I can go boot up whatever, play for a few hours, mess around, make content. I know a lot of people will not be nearly as lucky in that regard, and they'll probably get bored a lot faster, and that's okay. And I don't expect to get a hands-on Pro 2 because Pro 2 is so rare. Like, Pro 2 is just so incredibly actually rare.
Well, I most had that one and some
Things happen.
took it from me.
We don't need to go into it, it's fine. So, like, thankfully, like I said, Greg will eventually make me a new Infinity kit because he'll do that for the devs.
The only way we get Pro 2 is if Eric ever finds his spare download.
Yep. Fiesta was a good mix for what it was. Like, yeah, it's completely overshadowed by Fiesta EX immediately, but Fiesta changed a lot for the better and was very significant. And in terms of like, if you didn't have access to anything later than Fiesta 1, you were still pretty much in heaven as a whole. Unless you were really dead set on playing World Max. Like, yeah, it became useless a year later. But that's okay. It still gave us all the building blocks. There are good things about Prime, there were also some very not good things about Prime. But as a whole, it smoothed out to be okay. There was that idea, like production actually did float that idea behind me while I was preparing. The problem though is also having people that can play enough at a high level to do that. And if that's one of your couch commentators, then you need somebody else who can be on the couch to be able to keep it up. And we weren't really confident in that because there were not a whole lot of people in the community who I am familiar with and know their level to be able to do that comfortably. It's a good idea, but just not. It just wasn't gonna work with me without some serious preparation. So that idea did get floated around. If I had any energy left, I should have played one of the solo co-ops. I should have played Club Night or something. In the future, possibly. I don't know if they're going to take Pump again. I think they would rather get around to the other music games first before doing another repeat showcase of Pump.
Some Konami games now being accessible outside of round 1. It makes CDR.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Hi, Babs. Hi, ma'am.
I would totally be up to see Open or DDR official game.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see. How was your horse racing, ma'am? I hope it was extra gay as it should be. Anyways, welcome in. For those of you who somehow don't know me, I'm Zelo. Or Zello, however you want to say it. Never matters. Always my spiel. We were just playing some Pump, just trying to grind out a few scores. So I'm trying to solve my Hurt D23. So we're only going to play another 20 minutes, but I do appreciate you dropping in. Good. They were VVV gay. Good. You came to the right place because this game has VVV in it.
New series. Difficulty zone double. New series.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have somebody from the couch come up, but unfortunately, Spitfire couldn't make it the day of because life stuff got in the way. So, Haru and Jamich were my couch. And if Haru came up to play with me, Jamich is great, but he himself says he doesn't have the biggest understanding of pump lore and such. So I wouldn't want to force that on him. So it was just a lot of just logistics just. Anyways, I'm trying to get this perfect game. This is the only chart aside from co-op where I need to do that still. It's kind of hard to score. It's not hard to pass, but it's hard to score, so we're doing what we can. So I'm going to try this for about probably 20 more minutes before we put up for the day. Since I do work tonight. Didn't put my foot down.
Hey, is this really your best?
Hi, Jamich. I'm doing pretty good. You know, I'm actually very happy. Because not only did we get a Doan song immediately for Pump It Up Rise, we're getting another Doan song immediately in the next Phoenix patch, which is next week. So, I'm very happy. I'm doing very good. And yeah, Andamiro, they do not want to put the budget in the big names because that'll cost so much money. They already had sunk in so much money back in the day. Ultra Mania was something like $100,000 back in 2001, something like that. They are not willing to invest that kind of money anymore. Yeah, we're just kind of lucky that Pump is alive at all and gets a budget at all. Like, I'm honestly surprised they have not just closed the department down. So, we take what we can get. And the game is just, it is what it is at this point. Which is really the case for pretty much every major music game now. Wow, I was actually so far ahead of that I didn't even
Do your
hold.
best.
Come on. I will say Phoenix has definitely done a bit better with the variety for K-pop stuff in general. Like, more stuff like Nostalgia and Do or Die is great. And even just like the typical boy band stuff, Crush is freaking hot. So I think the variety as a whole is a bit better. We could use more hip hop though. Well, fuck me.
Absolutely perfect.
That, in fact, did not solve my hurt. No, it was in the run. I missed part of the run. God damn.
Next stage.
Please solve my Roberto. God damn it. Well, at least the game's kind enough to let me keep my plate. And at least keep my UG while having a higher score. So I feel slightly less bad. It's okay. Now, for getting stuff like this right off the bat with just finally getting back to playing after a week, I think I can live with this. That's okay. That'd be UC. UFC could be ultimate fucking showgirl, ultimate fighting championship. I don't want to get sued though, so we won't go there. Alright, well, we'll give this at least a few more tries. have been like 4 BPM slower. Another raid? Oh boy. Got the run.
Ow.
Hi, Kenny. No.
Absolutely
The choke.
perfect.
Rick. Alright, what's up, Kenny? How you doing, sir?
Next stage.
I hope you had a good stream. Yeah, I had 0 grades and a miss, like just like what, 2 plays ago. The best clean combo we've gotten so far is 4 grades, UG. Oh, that sounds amazing. That sounds awesome. Glad you're having a good time with that. The rest are just like 20 seconds and then we'll take another few attempts at it. Yeah, like I said, this is really all we're doing today is just easing back into it. That's fine. We've managed to clean up a few scores that I hadn't done in a while. Honestly, I've gotten farther in Phoenix than I thought I was going to, considering how out of it I felt when Phoenix started. So I was almost intended to stop at like just getting expert 6, but now we've gotten up to 8. We've done some cool stuff since then. So I'm glad I got at least a little back into it. I don't know how much farther we'll keep going for playing seriously, but we'll see what happens next game. But Phoenix has probably just a few more updates left, and then we're going to call it. And the next game will come. Now, this is going to be interesting having the team balance both Rise and whatever the next game is going to be at the same time. So I hope for the best. But they're a pretty small team compared to a lot of other dedicated music game teams. So resources getting stretched thin is very real. And this was a lot of why you didn't really see pump stuff happen while they were dealing with Chrono Circle, which made a lot of people very, very angry. Like, I understand why, but still. Good start. Good start.
Hey, is this really your best?
I don't think so, not yet. They have too many machines out there to give up entirely now, unless the big bosses are like, no, frick off. Yeah, great start. Alright, well, here's gonna be our last credit to try.
New tunes. Difficulty zone double. Difficulty zone single. New tunes.
See, I hope not, because quarterly is actually really bad for PC gaming in terms of like the current market and everything. Quarterly is really bad. Seasons might be quarterly, but you're not going to have just quarterly updates in terms of like content. Content should be added at least monthly, because that really draws people to keep playing. Quarterly, people get very bored. Like, people on like computer music games are even more terminally attached to those games than we are with our arcade games.
How often did you max those?
A lot. A lot. There's a reason they have like 40 DLC packs. There's a reason buying everything costs a lot, and which is why people wait for like 80% off sales. No, it's like for a PC game to be able, a PC music game to be able to stay, you need at least monthly content being brought in, if not more often. Otherwise, people get very, very bitchy. Pick up my foot.
Hey, is this really your best?
I didn't even pick up my foot right there. That's a lot of the reason why I stopped playing a lot of other music games. It's just bloat to keep you getting more money in there.
Absolutely perfect!
Now I solved my hurt.
New record!
I just had to just like take deep breaths at the very end. Good one.
Next stage.
Hey, what's up, Bear? So the thing about Rise is that you can play it up to an extent on like a traditional pad, but even the devs themselves are like, don't play it as a foot game. It's not recommended. You can. People have already done that, and up to a certain level, it would be fine. But it really is a game that's just meant for like hands.
Well, for some
I know it's a little weird, but it really is a hand game. But it is a fun hand game, even if it has its problems so far. And hopefully things will get addressed over time.
Well, some player style hand patterns work.
Yeah.
I know one particular person who really wants to play that on feet because of their play style.
Yep. Oh, there's a lot of people. There's actually several people who want to do that. All right. Anyway, so all my hurt's done aside from co-op, so I'm happy with that. Har and I could probably improve this to at least a triple.
I just brain farted on our first try.
Well, we've played it a couple times now.
One on mine, one on yours.
Yeah. That's fine. Kind of want to just chill at this point. I don't really want to play anything hard.
New tunes. Difficulty zone level 10.
Here,
Difficulty zone level 17. Level 23.
Since we're already on a speed kick, why don't we go with some speed? Where's pizza?
Not
Pizza.
exactly. I think it says they didn't work M charts or Rise for pizza. That is 16 was pretty fun.
I don't remember what it looks like, but I do remember. I don't remember what it looked like. I remember that I was like, yeah, this should be fine. Maybe we can bug them about it. or they can be like, oh yeah, we got rid of our server data. We don't have it anymore.
I want to bug EXE, bring my chart back.
Okay.
And by that I mean Top City.
Okay, to be fair, I did say 23 was the hardest thing I was going to play. This is fine. Yeah, tough tester.
Hey, is this really your best?
Tired. Look, I'm not going to talk smack because I am one of the moderators. I'm just going to say there's people learning how to behave, learning what social norms are in a global setting.
A lot of them are also very young.
A lot of them are very young. But there are definitely some people that need to act more their age. And that's all I'm going to say on that.
That's why we try to be patient.
Like, most people, we're pretty patient with most people. Like, and I know sometimes I come off as like a little bit over trigger happy, but I try and keep myself in check there. Some people just don't see some things too either, because it's just, if you don't have the steamroll, like yes, you should get the steamroll, but you won't be able to see the Q&A, and it's like, it's kind of understandable. Like, I think it would have just been better to just not have to deal with the rules. Like, I get why you'd want to separate them, because there's going to be people who don't care for both. But I would have been fine just having both open. Also, welcome, King Lot. Yeah, I'm very lazy.
Level 23.
Lazy and want to finish.
Level 22.
Let's play this. It community like that, especially with how late Andamiro like started the server. Like if they'd started that server like 5-6 years ago, it probably wouldn't have been. It would have been easier to manage. But that's the reality of things. That's 100% on me. What a silly great.
Absolutely perfect!
Yeah, it was. It's a good chart.
Next stage.
So there was that batch of charts that was added in Late Prime 2 that came from like UCS. And out of all those, I think this ended up being my favorite. Like let's go down the list personally. So we had lower charts for People Didn't Know and Saraband. Both perfectly good ones, it's just on the low end, so it's not super interesting, but they're good. We had Naissance, which was cool, but it's gone in Phoenix. Like, it was the appropriate kind of annoying. We had this, which is really fun to play. We had Start on Red, which I've kind of grown a little bit better with. I really did not like it for a long time. Now I kind of see it, even though I still don't really like it that much.
Wait,
But
wasn't Start on the Red the contest stuff?
huh?
Wasn't Start on the Red the contest stuff or am I?
No, that's not a contest. Start on Red wasn't in a contest. Anyways, there's that. There was also Anguish Unmaking, which I've told Spam directly, I do not like this chart, I'm sorry. I have told him directly, he understands. Well, it could possibly be some of it, because we're pretty sure M was made in Unity as well, and Rise is definitely made in Unity. So they probably ported over a bunch of that code and optimized it, and it definitely plays a lot better, at least looking at it. Yeah, Anguish is a little weird. Like, it is a little weird having those drills, but there are parts that are cool. But the biggest problem I have with that is the part where it's the syncopated gallops. Over and over, and he goes for directly 12th note stream, which makes no sense to me in terms of what the music's doing there. There are times where you can break out a 12th notes, but that was like a one time I'm like, no man, that's not feeling it. Anyways, we're gonna finish on this. We're gonna make Windforce proud, I hope.
Game start. Ready. Level 1. Level 2.
No, that's not exclusive to you. He did that here too. When he was visiting last year, he did that too. I can't do that. My legs die so bad. Thank you for the nice PG.
Well, his footwork is also something else.
Yes, it is. It's one thing to watch it on stream. It's another to watch it in person. And this is coming from somebody who has played this game for 17 years now. Oh my God, seeing that footwork in action in person is like, wow.
Yeah. Very well. Much excitement.
Alrighty, y'all. That is going to do it for me for today. Thank y'all, everyone who came to watch. I'm glad we had a fun little just warm-up session as far as getting back into things. Like I said, I haven't played for an entire week. So I'm glad we were able to play. Big shout-outs to Kenny and Hockey Babbler for the Babs. Love you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Birch. Hope you're doing well. Let me see if I can find y'all a raid. See who's doing stuff on Twitch right now. Let's see here. We'll just go say hi to Punchy. I know Punchy's doing some Silent Hill free. Punchy's doing Silent Hill free stuff. It looks like he's trying to get record in one of the categories. I think it's the new Muobs. It's a funny category to say. Anyways, we will try and do more Phoenix stuff soon. More Rise stuff as well. I've been enjoying playing Rise. But we also need to prepare for QuakeCon next week because, or not next week, next month, as I'm going to be doing stuff for that. So you will definitely see some Doom 64 on the stream again soon. Anyways, y'all go say hi to Punchy. Thank you again for the raids. Thanks for watching. And I will see y'all whenever I stream next. Thanks for watching, everyone.